Good morning and welcome to Soul Shine. I'm your host, Serenity Jenny. This is episode 36. Thanks for tuning in. I am so super excited. Again, my schedule got a little away from me this week. My son had his 12th birthday, my little miracle baby, Adam Baum. Happy birthday, baby. April 26th is his birthday. He's a little ascended master. Very excited to celebrate with him this year. We're making some awesome decisions and choices that are more congruent with his life path, that are not traditional. So being the son of a nonconformist, that makes complete sense, right? And I know that if you are listening to this, maybe you don't know me, but if you do know me, I do not color inside the lines. I never could. I was a terrible student when it came to that. I can't remember. I think it was Mrs. Decker in kindergarten told my parents I could not color in the lines. Mrs. Schomer, God bless her sweet soul, in first grade, I could not color in the lines. Second grade, Mrs. Ketchell, I couldn't color in the lines. Third grade, Mrs. Zelenka, God bless you, Marcia Zelenka. It's okay she doesn't color in the lines. I just want her to color. Woman changed my life, had me tested for gifted education, seriously put a ball in motion that altered my entire life path. She saw me for who I was and let me be. And that's what I'm trying to do to honor my son. And there are a lot of people who are extremely rattled from my choice. I'm choosing something. And there are other people that are completely supportive, almost so much so that I was totally blown away by their support. But I want to talk about sometimes, the word conforming, when you conform, you adjust your being to fit. The word conforming is, the ability to adapt to a situation, right? So, Merriam-Webster, conforming means to comply with the rules, standards, or laws. So, to accept of a person, to behave accordingly to socially acceptable conventions or standards, to be similar in form or type, to agree. No thanks. No thank you. Thanks, but no thanks. And I'm not even sorry that I say no thank you. I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to be a freaking cookie cutter. And I sure as hell don't want my kid to get that message. I want him to understand that whoever he is on a soul level is who he was sent here to be. And I'm going to do my damnedest to make sure that that kid has a space that's conducive to that unfolding of self and spirit. I'm going to say, fuck the system. It took me till 5 months before graduation to say, this is not working for me. And it didn't. It did not work for me. My dad died when I was 13. I was in 8th grade. Shit got crazy. And that didn't work for me. And I had gifted level education and gifted level intelligence. So I'm not saying everyone should go quit school tomorrow and go to cyber school. What I'm saying is, are you honoring your spirit? What is the choice that you're making for yourself? And I'm watching my choice affect my child. And my choice to send him to public school, which public school is great for some people. That's fantastic. Just like Western medicine, most people will go there first. I don't choose that. I choose to go holistic first. And if I need help, I go to Western and I say, I need supplemented, help me. But my first choice is holistic. My second choice is Western. My first choice is nonconformity. And if I have to go along to get along sometimes, I have to make that choice when it presents itself. So I can even say that there's times where I do have to conform for a certain time frame. I'm always respectful and kind and try to be as loving as possible. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be me. And if being me makes you uncomfortable, sorry, not my fault. These are my choices. I get to make them just like you get to make your own choices. So if you're not in my energy field at the end of the day, I'll know why. And I'll be like, peace. I love you. God bless you. We don't resonate right now, and I don't know why, but we're cool. I love you. That's the ability to be mature and come from the standpoint of, I can see you and agree that you are being in the vibration that you need to be in, and I'm being in mine. So I love you. Peace. I'll see you later. And if our paths cross again, that's great. But I want to talk about choices a little bit. And listen, my buddy Fred got me a leather-bound Jesus Calling. That's by Sarah Young. William Paul Young Did I say that right? William Paul Young, yeah. William Paul Young wrote The Shack. And if you have met me, I am a huge, huge fan of that book and movie. Love it. I think everybody should watch it, read the book. I watched it probably 50 times now, at least, if not more. I saw it 12 times in the theater when it came out. It came out on 3/3. Whoever made that movie knows what we know. And they're trying to wake people up. So go watch it and tell me how you liked it. So now that I'm talking about telling me how you liked it and your feedback, you can always call into the show, 724-953-9733. Hey, Melissa, I'm just getting your message now while I am recording this live. Manifest away, sister. I'll cover manifestation, another manifestation podcast soon, I promise. And Kristen, thank you. Kristen L., thank you for all your comments. I love, love, love that you're playing it for the baby. I'm glad that she finds some comfort in my voice and in the energy of the podcast. I do try to infuse every podcast with the intention of the healing that you need be delivered as you're listening to this. Stacy tells me that she feels like somebody is gently massaging her temples when she's listening. I think that's awesome. Jason, I haven't tried out the new equipment yet that you got me, but I'm really excited to look and looking forward to using the new equipment. So we will be having a more professional sound and fun. So again, choices. And if I miss anybody, I'm trying to keep a list of all your feedback. We're growing like crazy. Talk about choices. I'm choosing me, and that's self-love. So self-discipline is self-love, right? So the highest form of self-love is self-discipline. And I don't remember, I think I heard it on a Will Smith video once. He was talking about success. And I don't know if it was him or somebody on the video that said, if you win the first hour of the day, you win the day. So, I choose to put into my body the first hour of the day, not the news, not crappy energy. I try not to do crappy food. Tomorrow I'm going to start a whole new lifestyle. I'm just making over my life. I'm choosing myself, and I'm choosing more of a routine so I can spend less time making decisions, because I make a lot of decisions, and I'm starting to understand what decision-making fatigue is. So, and to train my support staff accordingly. Don't talk to me about decisions after 4 o'clock, because I'm probably done making decisions. And I know, and there's been clinical research with that too, in the medical field about surgeons and what time you want to be on the schedule. You may want to look at that research, because I schedule my appointments and I also schedule my procedures if I need them accordingly, because I'm aware of that. Decision-making fatigue exists. I had a friend who was a chiropractor one time tell me, you want to be the first patient of the day, not the last, because I'm tired. Okay, I get it. So, I schedule my appointments like that, especially with extremely precise things like that, like surgery. Are you kidding me? Whew. I want to be the first patient on the books in the morning, because I want that surgeon fresh and ready for me. So, talking about choices, George Jones, my mother loved that man, and I remember hearing, I had choices from the day that I was born. There were voices that taught me right from wrong. If I had listened to the things that they would say, I wouldn't be sitting here today, or something like that. I don't know, but my mom listens to that song all the time. My brother preaches a lot about choices. Oh, probably shouldn't use the word preach and my brother in the same sentence. I love you, my big brother. I won't mention which one that is, but we have choices every day. And one of my brothers is a Marine, and there's something that the Marines say, that everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die, right? And my other brother, who's in the Air Force, must be all about brothers today, I don't know, but he always says to me, pain is weakness leaving the body. And I get that, because there's two pains in life. There's the pain of the event, the pain of, what is going on, and then there's the pain of the healing. So they're two different kinds of pains, and some people describe that as the pain of the regret that you have, or the pain of the discipline that you have, And I don't know about you, but I'm going to suffer some pain of discipline. Not suffer. Suffer's, I shouldn't have used that word. Suffering is optional. I would like to feel the growth and development that choice is going to bring me. And, my friend Chris, she's a psychologist who works at the center with me, and she practices bars, and she's taught me bars and access consciousness. And Angie does too. Angie's at the center as well. And Julie Margot, my upline, and doTERRA, these are people that I surround myself with every day, and they constantly put me in the place of choice. So I'm always looking about, what am I choosing? What am I choosing today? Well, I guarantee you every day, all day long, I choose to not conform to what other people think, or feel. I try to be respectful and kind and loving, but at the end of the day, if it's not resonating with me, I'm not going to choose it. I actually teach people muscle testing to be more in touch with their own intuitive sense, their own innate. Is something resonate with you or not? Are you doing this out of obligation? Is this repetitious behavior because you are conforming to something and you're truly not choosing it? You're just conforming. So I read this book, Jesus Calling. Let's get back to that. This was yesterday's, but it really stuck with me and I really wanted to talk about it on the podcast. So really nice book. Like I said, my friend Fred, who has been in the rooms for a long time, great friend of Bill W., he said, he presented it to me. I wish he would have wrote the date on it. He said, "Dear Jen, enjoy quotations in spirit. Love, Fred S." Thanks, Fred. I'm still using that book every single day. It's been years. I broke the binding on the first book that he got me. And he got me this leather one, and he had it laying on my desk in the rehab. I'll never forget it. It's a 365 daily devotional, Jesus Calling, Enjoying Peace in His Presence by Sarah Young. So listen, Jesus is my homie. I don't see him in a religious sense. I see him in a teacher sense, in a friend sense. Like, he came here to this planet to show us what was up. He did not incarnate into being to have us worship him. This is my own personal belief. Hey, I'm open to your comments, suggestions, and your feedback for sure. But I see this being as an ascended master, as a teacher, just like Buddha, just like Mother Mary Magdalene. These are ascended masters that came here to this plane to show us what was up. And in the Bible it says, "I will make all the crooked places straight before you." And when I read you this, I really adhere to that. Let me read it to you. This is on page 123. Go figure. Ascending numbers, right? When you see ascending numbers, that means spiritual ascension, like you're rising in vibration, you're rising up. So this is the passage for April 28th. As you look into the day that stretches out before you, you see many choice points along the way. The myriad possibilities these choices present can confuse you. Draw your mind back to the threshold of this day, where I stand beside you, lovingly preparing you for what is ahead. You must make your choices one at a time, since each is contingent upon the decision that precedes it. Instead of trying to create a mental map of your path through the day, focus on my loving presence with you. I will equip you as you go so that you can handle whatever comes your way. Trust me to supply what you need when you need it. So, and then it gives 2 verses from the Bible. It says, "Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion. Therefore, I will wait for him. The Lord is good to those whose hope is in him. To the one who seeks him, it is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord." That's Lamentations 3:22-26. And then the second one says, "Oh, taste and see the Lord is good. Blessed is the man who trusts in him." Psalm 34:8. So here's the deal. God is inside you. So in that quietness, in that place of waiting, focus on the divine loving presence with you that is inside of you. You're already equipped as you go, and you can handle whatever is being thrown at you. A lot of people say that I have this carefree, free spirit, I don't care attitude. That's complete bullshit. I care deeply. It's almost to my detriment. I care so much about people and how they feel. And at the end of the day, I have to kind of reel myself back in, because I